Cam Newton has issued a response to a, a conversation we had here on the show that we turned into an Instagram clip that, like questioned or put into focus like Cam wants to be treated like Matt Ryan, one-time MVP, one-time Super Bowl participant that's been turned into the president of the Atlanta Falcons. And I pointed out on the show and in this video, like, Cam's never going to get treated this way because Cam likes to present himself like a buffoon. And it's costing him opportunities. He's never going to be put in a high impact position because of the way he presents himself and talks on podcasts and on first thing or first take or whatever. And so let's play the IG clip that triggered Cam. Let's play that first just to give you the context. Cam Newton is paid to be a clown and racialize the conversation at ESPN.
I do not think Kevin Stefanski wants Shedeur Sanders to succeed. For this to be the first move that Matt Ryan made. Kevin Stefanski?
No facts, just emotion, just a discussion of everything through a racial lens. It's a clown show at ESPN. And Cam, I know Cam thinks I don't like him, and Cam can't wait to see me. He can't wait to beat up a 58-year-old man. Cam, good luck with it. Cam, I'm trying to actually give you good advice. If you want to know why Matt Ryan can make one Super Bowl appearance, get one MVP, and then have the Atlanta Falcons say, hey, you should be the president of our organization, and why you can't get that opportunity with the Carolina Panthers or anybody, no one's putting you in a position of responsibility and decision making, is because you have decided you would rather play the buffoon than actually be a decision maker and a true impact maker. But you want to blame white racism rather than yourself. All right, so that was my critique of Cam. I'm sitting here thinking, guys, I may want to give them even more context. Don't we still have the video from a couple days ago of Cam's IG post on Matt Ryan? We played it on the show. Yeah, let's grab that. I want to give them even more context of what triggered me in terms of give you the full context of Cam, in my view, acting like a clown rather than presenting himself in a thoughtful way, which he is capable of, but he always, and again, I'm not anti-entertainment. Cam, anybody go look at his Instagram feed or whatever, if you did a deep dive, sometimes Cam does some really clever, funny stuff, and I'll comment positively on that. But he went after Kevin Stefanski and the Falcons in a buffoonish, clownish way, and it just triggered me, and it just made me say, look, Cam, this is it. This is why you're never going to get put in a position of responsibility. And this is what's disappointing to me about most of the black media that is getting promoted at ESPN, getting promoted on YouTube. There's a buffoonery, a clownishness, and there's a racial idolatry that they've all leaned into that puts them outside of leadership positions. And the reason why this is important is because we're about to have a conversation, and it started up yesterday, and it's going to continue. We're having a conversation about, hey, man, there were 10 NFL head coaching openings this cycle. 8 of them have been filled. None of them have been filled by black guys. And so we're going to have this whole racism conversation again. And like, look how racist the NFL is. And when I look around at the people that's on ESPN, Fox Sports, that's being promoted any and everywhere, there's either a level of buffoonery attached to them or a level of racial idolatry, anti-white racism that anybody with a brain can clearly see about them. And it's just like, this is all antithetical to the kind of leadership you want to promote within your organization. And I had pointed out, and we forgot, and you've got the one clip, or I know we're good, but I want you, because call this up for later, just because I may get there. I may play the clip of Gerard Mayo on the day he got the head coaching job in New England, and where he basically said he looks for racism, so he looks for color so he can identify racism, and how it totally contradicted what Bob Kraft, his view on race. And I'm just like, you don't have the same values as your owner. That's a mistake. But before I get there, let's play the clip of Cam on Kevin Stefanski that triggered me. Play that.
For this to be the first move that Matt Ryan made.
Come on, man.
What they said at Home Alone, what the mama say? Kevin! I said, wait, what? Kevin Stefanski? What? We seen what you did with the good brother Shador, a member of the culture. And you landed in the most culturist of culture. It ain't no blacker division than the NFC South. You got Atlanta, Carolina, and New Orleans. That's the blackest division in all of football. They say,
Hold on. We can't scatter y'all out. We gotta put y'all all in one.
the NFC South is the HBCU of NFL football.
Oh, for real?
Slack me after the Billy go right there.
And that Billy go.
Dallas, that ain't black, because even though Dallas got some black people, the Dallas Cowboys is a corporate team. Hey. Oh, whoa. We ain't doing all that. Yellow Beezy and Charleston White and them, hey, put them in the upper deck. But down here in the corporate suites, y'all just stand up over there by that little area where we got designated for y'all. You go to Miami? That's the purple pack of skill.
That's perfect.
Maybe even the blue.
Maybe the blue.
They ain't red, huh? You got Buffalo. There ain't no black people in Buffalo.
Nah.
New England. Yeah, I seen it for myself. There ain't no black people, huh? You got New York. That could go either way.
Hey, that's a melting pot.
So that whole AFC East, that ain't it. NFC West, let's run it down. San Francisco. That's probably the melting pot of all different cultures and creeds. Seattle.
Oh, no, we ain't in now.
Well, the NFC East can give the NFC South a run for their money.
Who we got?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly with Gilly.
Washington Commanders.
Chocolate City.
New York Giants. And the Dallas Cowboys.
Even when you said Carolina Panthers, that might be a little questionable at times.
Shoot.
You might be thinking about old Carolina.
I only know one type of Carolina. But when I seen them stands, it was a bunch of them out there. Tailgating and gating the tail.
And what you think Kevin Stefanski gonna do with this quarterback situation?
He better figure it out. You got Michael Penix, who is almost a second coming of Shador, the left-hand version. You seen what you did with Shador? And it was unacceptable. Who has gotten better from the player's perspective with Kevin Stefanski? The Atlanta Falcons, they're a young team. You got Michael Penix as your quarterback, Drake London as your receiver, Kyle Pitts. Your team is young. You're inheriting something that's already great and ready to rock and roll. My question and issue is, how are you going to make them be the best version of themselves? Survey says, with your resume, that has not been the case.
So that's Cam Newton, former NFL MVP, former number 1 overall draft pick, had one of the greatest college football seasons in the history of college football, made $100, $200, $300 million during his NFL career. That's Cam Newton putting himself in a lane that limits him. It's like, okay, Cam's a personality and a clownish, minstrel-like personality. That's Cam. Again, you call it whatever you want, and we'll play your response here to me where you're speaking to the culture and all that other stuff. But Cam, this is just someone trying to elevate your thinking, trying to give you some good advice. You're placing yourself in the buffoon lane. The buffoon doesn't get to switch over and then play the leadership lane. It doesn't work. It won't happen. You've painted a picture yourself. And so let's take someone like Matt Ryan. When you're the president of the Atlanta Falcons, in Cam's mind, or in other people's mind, they think, well, he's leading a football team, 53 guys in the locker room. And the reality is, no, he's leading a football organization that probably has 300, 500 employees, that does outreach all across the community, has a season ticket holder base that it has to answer to. And so you can sit there and think, hey, our job as president, 53 guys on the roster. Of those 53, 68% of them are black guys. And so, again, I'm doing the math off the top of my head, 38, 37 of those players are black, let's say. But what about the other 400, 500 employees? What about the season ticket holders? Let's say if you're one of these franchises that has 50,000 season ticket holders, 40,000 season ticket holders, I don't know. What percentage of those, now that you got 30, 40,000 season ticket holders, you got 300, 400 other employees, how many of them are black? I guarantee you it's not 68%. It's probably around 8%, maybe.